quarterfinal number 1 here for North America. Allegiance up 1 game over One Trick.
And there we go. Let's see. AOG is going to play a little defensive again here because they know they don't have a strong and early game composition. Team One Trick, though, once Zephy's turns level 4, that is their key to make a play. And yes, AOG is actually going to invade. They're going to do a 3-man jungle invade here to try to get the blue from the side against One Trick.
Any way that you can get off that early pressure is going to find itself very important. The level 1 invades are just as strong. It's going to be a 4v4 situation. Valor is going to try to get a little bit of damage. It's going to force the members of ALG to go back, but it delays that buff, which is exactly what they were looking for.
Yeah, and Rocker gets it. Rocker gets that blue buff, puts him to level 2, and now he's going to farm, take the red, and then probably make a play off this red here. As soon as he takes his red, he's going to rotate and try to get a gank or take an objective like the bird earlier to then assert some more dominance here.
And so now, at just over a minute, we're getting up on the more abilities left available as people are hitting level 2. We're seeing MTS and Bound try to get themselves off a little bit of a scuffle. Lots of damage coming up from that Lubu, like what you said. KO on that Ryoma going to the side lane with Wonder Woman, and now the duo roam that we're seeing from Dual Spirals as well as Always Green.
Yeah, so right now they're taking the bird. The bird matters because it gives you, at a lower level, guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but the bird gives you almost half your experience line. So taking the vision bird is actually very significant. And Always Green gets caught out here, and he's going to die. Yes, he is. He's going to fall and give first blood over to the side of Allegiance, which gives Ryoma, who got the kill, 300 gold. And look at the item he's got. He's already finished his boots and got his spear.
So already having those extra assets, those extra statistics back in his pocket, he's going to be able to crank out a lot more damage. Ryoma, a hero that we know can solo carry his team to victory, especially when he's able to get what resources in his pockets that he wants, as Rest and KO are going to lurk around. They're going to do a little bit of damage to this Abyssal Dragon just to make sure people know when and why that they are there.
And I love what AOG is doing. You see that they're dominating. Look, the dragon is around them. You notice the team that has better map control is the one that's surrounding the objective better, and the other team can't even contest. And they basically get map control, open up vision for the dragon, and take it immediately so that other team doesn't even know that it's taken. So really, again, nice rotation by AOG. Just playing very clinical right now.
Clinical indeed, as another kill, 2 kills go into the favor of Allegiance, and that's going to be a double kill for Ryoma. So you predicted a potential disaster if gold and resources went into the pocket of Ryoma.
In this situation, One Trick, if they knew that Allegiance is doing this, they need to trade. They need to take the Spirit Sentinel and then push the top tower and try to trade a tower and a Spirit Sentinel or something. Because when a team is more dominant and asserting more dominance than you are, you need to trade. You cannot try to check to see what they're doing. It's obvious they're going to be doing the dragon. You just need to trade and try to stop the bleed and not let them get too ahead of you so you have a fighting chance in the mid game.
Valor's getting counter jungle by Rest and KO. The Might Golem is going to get reset, but Wonder Woman wants to get some extra damage. Sleepy is going to jump into that Fox form on Liliana to try to join onto the fray. Always Green is going to be lurking for there for a little bit more of support, but Rest doing a great job at continuously providing this pressure. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Allegiance are going to have their remaining 2 members attack this top tower, and just like that, one more little minion shot's going to do it. MTS and Rocker secure the first tower of the game for Allegiance.
Yeah, and then these 2-man rotations, AOG is just known for. You know, they're able to get the person low in top lane, force him to go home, and then force the tower here. And they're managing their wave so well. They're taking objectives really well. And just watch the Abyssal Dragon timer down. It's a 30-second timer. It's going to appear pretty soon. They're already starting to assert dominance on this side of the map. They're like, the dragon is ours. Back off. If you want it, you need to fight for it.
So now we're going to have another form of aggression from Team Allegiance. They're going to be having 3 versus 4 in the bottom side of the map. And Sleepy's going to have to make sure that he gets himself zoned quite back. But again...
Oh, what a nice lasso from Valor. Getting the kill there. And they got 2 kills. And One Trick... No, 1 kill, but One Trick did a really good job rotating there because they knew that they wanted to get Dragon, and then they basically were able to rotate to counter.
I like the buddy system that MTS and Rocker are continuously providing as well. They took themselves a tower up into the top side of the map. They took themselves now, I believe it's going to be a tower in the middle side of the map, but a trading of resources is going to happen as that Abyssal Dragon going to go to One Trick.
Exactly, and that's what I was talking about earlier. One Trick should have did what AOG just did. AOG knew that they lost the Dragon because of that rotation from One Trick, and instead of trying to contest the Dragon, they traded for the mid tower. And look, they're still ahead by a significant margin, and this is exactly how you want to play, because the time that it takes you to come down to Dragon and try to steal it, you might be too late. Why not just take the mid tower? And that's exactly what they did.
They did indeed. It's now 2 Towers to 0. Team Allegiance obviously taking that. The siege weapons are out and ready to join themselves into their respective lanes. Valor going to try to do a little bit of damage, going to end up lassoing to that minion. I don't think he wanted to be in there, but maybe he did because his team is coming to join the fray. Always Green is going to come in, but here comes Sleepy coming off onto that. Going to transfer back to human form. Going to have to be forced. Dual Spiral is going to miss the skill shot. That rocket's not going to hit anybody. And here is the engage that you were talking about. Sleepy with the double kill. Going to go down to the tower, but NGL is going to go down in the meanwhile.
That's exactly how you play Leon. He was poking, transform to fox form, do some more damage, and then transform back. Your abilities are back up in human form. Use your human form abilities, transform back into a fox. I mean, this is what makes Leon so deadly, is that playstyle.
Being able to bounce in and out as well as assassinate the enemy team is the name of the game, the reason why this Liliana exists. Meanwhile, Rocker is going to find himself in what he thought to be a difficult situation, but instead it ends up being Bao that decides to run away from One Trick.
Yeah, now I hope some of the EU players are watching this, because this is how you play Liliana, just using and abusing her kit, because she has a large arsenal. She has 5 abilities compared to all the heroes that have 3 abilities because of her ability to transform into 2 different forms, and that's how you abuse her and use her pain. Look at the damage coming out from Liliana there. Just immediately deletes the Joker, and like I said, Joker is weak to magic damage. Magic damage assassin heroes that can get on top of him are literally his hardest counter.
He doesn't have too much mobility. Obviously, he has that ultimate to create a little bit of distance and a stun, but it's just not enough against someone with the onslaught of damage and the mobility like Sleepy on that Liliana. Middle turret goes down on the inside. Now they're going to be pressing themselves onto the high ground turret. Meanwhile, One Trick wants to try to get themselves some damage. Rocker's going to go ultimate onto Always Green. Now the tower's going to be kicking down. KO's going to go down, but Sleepy's going to pick up a kill onto Bao. That's going to be a 3-for-1 in favor of ALG.
Sleepy. He just endured that punchline rocket launch towards him. But you see, Sleepy goes in, he's poked. As soon as his team dies, he transforms into a fox and goes in with the slash ability. Liliana is one of the heroes in fox form that can do magic crit damage, which is very significant damage actually, based on her item build. And that's how you want to play her, as an assassin. Poke, get them low, and then jump in as a fox and to secure those kills.
And so now we're at the 7.5-minute mark. We have a little bit of a slower match. Allegiance not as dominating as what they were in Game 1. Obviously still winning. Up about 6,000 gold is definitely still, you know, an accolade to be proud of, as they secured themselves 4 turrets in this match and have about 50% completed on that first high ground turret.
Yeah, now what One Trick needs to do here, they need to turtle, they need to get the items up, look at their levels compared to ALG. There's double digits on the right side, on red side, and now they're still trying to be aggressive. This is a good play if they can get this kill, but if they collapsed on, it's not gonna work out. But basically, One Trick was able to rotate, get the kill, and that puts them, gives them some time.
Meanwhile, you're gonna have 3 members on the top side of the map going for that high ground. You've got multiple members of One Trick. They're not even there. Always Green's gonna go down. There's a couple minions left available. That tank minion's gonna be able to do just enough damage to be able to potentially get themselves that top turret. You've got Rocker going on an onslaught as well. 2 members down, bar One Trick, due down to the one of Allegiance. They're gonna secure themselves that top high ground turret.
Yeah, and that's what Allegiance traded for. They had 3 on top, and they're like, we're gonna continue pushing our tower, and they got the high ground tower, which means that super minions on the top lane will be deployed on the red side, which is gonna put extra pressure on One Trick here to defend their base.
And so now, as we eclipse the 9-minute mark, Sentinel, Abyssal Dragon, Darkslayer, all 3 up and available. Meanwhile, Sleepy and KO are trying to keep these waves push up into the mid lane while the rest of their team joins the fight. 2 other members on the bottom side of the map. There's going to be the 2-man rotation down. Mike Gollum going to go over in favor of Team Allegiance. Valor, he's going to be around that tower, but he needs to be careful because if his team's not there, a dive could happen and he could find himself going to the gray screen.
Yeah, exactly. So now they're pushing the waves. What Allegiance needs to do is they need to organize the waves. They need to get all 3 waves to crash into the base so they can start taking down all the high ground towers. And once you take on all 3 of the high ground or tier 3 towers, it releases 2 additional super minions in the middle lane. So now you have 5 total super minions, 1 bot lane, 1 bottom lane, and 3 in the middle. But they're going to take Darkslayer here instead and make this final push to win.
Darkslayer actually gets taken off. They don't want to have to worry about that because they want to get the kills and pad those stats on the KDAs. Bloodbath happens for Sleepy. He's going to be able to get himself a double kill. Valor is next on the menu. The remaining members and triple kill for Sleepy.
Sleepy.
He's still going in. He wants more blood.
Yeah, he had 3 kills as Liliana. He is doing probably the most damage on the team right now because how he's playing. Wow, he got a quad kill on the Joker there. What an amazing play by Sleepy.
Always Green's going to sit back in the base. No mega kill for you, he says. But all the while, they've got the super minions coming in, shield and spear, and all 5 members of Allegiance are left alive. Always Green's going to do his best to try to stop. Bao's going to survive as well, 5 seconds to devour, but it doesn't matter. Allegiance takes the victory. Salute to them. First quarterfinal win.
Yeah, what a beautiful play there. I mean, Allegiance, they're playing so